got so much content to edit, dude. I've got too much of it. But I gotta keep streaming, because it's nice when I stream. I enjoy streaming. Plus, it's the most profitable time of the year. Baby steps. Is that even... Do people even actually enjoy watching people play that? So I've got this up here. If you want to see how dead Twitch is as a platform, just have a look at this right here, which is Sully Gnome, which shows you all of the trending games on this platform. Should I play Minecraft? Hardcore Minecraft? No, please. No, no, no. I think I should play Minecraft. Hardcore Minecraft? Hardcore Minecraft, get to the end? No, 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 no. I should play Minecraft. It'll be torment for us. No, it won't be. It'll be happy fun time. I haven't played Minecraft in 20 years. You can play Dispatch. Should I play Dispatch? I shouldn't record more content. I really, really shouldn't. Yes, please. Should I play Path of Exile? But look at how fucking dead this is, dude. Look at this shit. Garbage. Garbage. I am tempted to play it. Garbage, 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 garbage. Heard good things. Charity. Garbage, 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 garbage. Friend slop. Peak. But nobody would want to watch me play that. Garbage. Never played it. Garbage. Garbage. Peak. Literally. Garbage. Garbage.
Yeah, I think I'll stay here.
Flashing lights. Garbage. 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 No comment. Garbage. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Sorry, I meant this one was garbage. It's a good game, but a game from 20 fucking years ago. I should really do a Grand Theft Auto Chaos run. Garbage. 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 And I'm saying this from a viewership perspective, from a is it fun to watch perspective. Should have started out the list with that comment, but not saying these are garbage games. I'm saying in terms of the watching experience. Garbage, garbage. Garbage. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Garbage, 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 garbage. It's not garbage. Well, I mean, it's speed runs. It's all trash. It's how is anybody supposed to make anything entertaining playing these games? Voices of the Void, alright. Not playing Voices of the Void until I finish my video on Voices of the Void. So if I record more Voices of the Void, that's a bad idea. The platform isn't even the problem here. The problem is that all of these games are not the sort of thing that anybody should be watching. Who the fuck... Well, I guess a lot of people want to watch people play Arc Raiders for some reason. Tarkov, it's because I'd rather watch somebody else want to die rather than experience that feeling myself. Minecraft kind of makes sense. All the rest of it is just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How is this the best this platform has to offer? Modern Minecraft is fun to watch. I think Minecraft could be fun if there's that current trend going around, which is, can you get to the end credits of Minecraft in hardcore mode if you've never played the game before? Well, not that you've never played the game. If you haven't played the game in like 20 years. 10 years. 15 years. It's been a long time, right? 2010? Yeah, almost 15 years. Dr. Fluff, thank you very much for the 48 months. No, you're not allowed to stream now. I want to go to sleep. Go to bed. Go to sleep. It's fine. I'll be here when you come back. That can be fun too, I guess. I just think you guys watch me for the eternal crashing out. And I don't think anything would make me crash out more than getting 6 hours into a Minecraft run and then fucking dying. Probably not in hardcore. There's no stakes if it's not in hardcore. Anything with unbridled chaos will be fun. Yeah, so next week, remind me, and I'll set up San Andreas and Chaos mod. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. My forehead is looking particularly huge today, and I don't know why. Literally just beat Minecraft yesterday. Why'd you put it in caps? Which kidney do you want? Which one feels particularly tender? I'm here to see you say silly things. Honestly, the crash outs are secondary. Oh, you flatter me. Oh, I should just play I want to play New Vegas. I'd love to play New Vegas. Nobody watches me play New Vegas, though. Do you have kidney stones? No, I just know kidneys are worth a lot of money, and I need money if I'm ever going to be able to afford any sort of property in Australia. Desperately need money. Vintage Story is so good. I can't wait for fishing. What? Sometimes you just gotta stream for you, but that doesn't earn me money. The best streams is where I stream for myself, but also you. We'll just play some fucking Gmod, man. We'll play some Gmod. And then we'll do something else. Hey, I donated the same kind of jacket in an op shop a few days ago. It's not my one. This is some country road jacket that I got that's really nice. I really like it. I really, really like it. Because it looks like a military jacket, but it's also just like a little stylized. So it's really nice. I really like it. And you can wear it all the time. Yes, quite. Thank you, Zizal, for the 100 bits. All right, it's official. Jolly thinks killing a baby is like killing a dog. Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, if you kill a baby in a film, you're going to probably piss off less people than killing a dog. I feel like a lot more people can probably... will probably hate you for killing a dog than killing a baby. Which I know is real fucked up. Don't get me wrong. It's not right, but it is how people operate. They go, I have a dog! I wouldn't want my dog to die! Whereas when they see a baby dying, they're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I've aborted 3 of those. Yeah, no, it's fine. Bought him in the 9th trimester. That's fine. Babies are fucking disgusting creatures, but dogs are cute. No, babies are cool. Toddlers I don't like. I like babies. Babies are cute. Babies doing their little thing, and they're constantly like, holy shit, I'm alive. Whoa, what the fuck, dude? I'm fucking so out of it. And it's like, ha ha ha. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Whereas toddlers is like, stay away from me. Your hands have sticky stuff on them. And you've probably eaten some dirt today or something. And there's snot coming out of your nose. And you've probably pooped your pants. I just don't want to be anywhere near that. This man who has not had to change diapers daily. Oh, I'd never want a child. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to have a child. But being able to go, whoo, oh, look at the baby, is fun. Guys, you know what I've realized recently? I'm bad at my job. Like, properly dog shit at my job. And it's not the job part that I really suck at. It's everything else around it that I'm very bad at. Overstays its welcome. Oh, like... I was about to say like me, but no, I'm the opposite. I'll just disappear like 3 hours in and everybody will be like, where's Jolly? And I'll be like, haha, I'm home. Yeah. I don't know, man. Everybody's like foster a community and stuff, and it's like... But I don't even talk to my friends like more than once a day or two. How am I supposed to talk to other people as well? Ah! It's just difficult. What I'm trying to say is, playing video games on the internet, hardest job I've ever had. Sure, I've only had 2 jobs, but where the fuck? How did he figure out how to get to me? We all still love you though. Well, thanks. I also think what I lack in consistency, I make up for in quantity? No. Quality? Most of the time. Current stream excluded. Whatever happened to bowl vents in cars? Have you noticed that? Cars nowadays don't have vents for your bowls. Back in the day, if you ever driven a slightly older car, you'll know that cars used to have vents that would point like directly to your ball sack. So during summer, you could like direct it up your shorts and get a nice cool breeze on your loins.
And die.
But now they don't do that anymore. Jelly has dementia. I don't have dementia. The real kicker is, one day I might develop dementia. And if I do, it's going to be really fucking difficult for my grandkids to figure out whether I have dementia or whether this is just the way I always was. Like, they're going to put me in like a special care ward. I'm going to be like, no, I'm fine. Why are you here? It's like, oh, okay, Grandpa, but you forgot where your keys were. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I do that all the time. I've been doing that since I was 25. You put metal in the microwave. Yeah, you know, I forgot about it. It's fine. You can't do basic maths. I've never been able to do basic maths. Please. I'm fine. I don't need 24-hour care. You're the kind of person who forgets where they parked their car after 5 minutes. I once left my car keys at a cafe when I spent a whole day out with a friend of mine. And it was the very first thing I did. I walked into the cafe, I dropped my keys, and then we had like a whole day out and about. And then I tried to leave that night, and I was like, fuck, I can't find my keys. So I went back to every single place we went that day, except for the cafe, because the cafe was closed. So I didn't go to the cafe, but I was like, there's no way I dropped my keys within 5 minutes of hanging out with my friend. Turns out I did drop my keys within 5 minutes of hanging out with my friend. And then I went there the next morning and was like, hey, this is a long shot, but do you have your... And then they were like, BMW? And I was like, yeah. They're like, here you go. And I went, thanks. They cut me off mid-sentence. So yeah, that was fun. Jelly has a BMW, or a E82 125i. I did have one, and then the cooling system turned to dust and I sold it. And then bought a car that completely fucks up my spine. Classic BMW. Yeah, I need to make it clear that it's not like an expensive car. It was not an expensive car. Hey, don't shit talk BMW. It drove very, very well. It was very, very nice. It was a very, very nice place to sit. And I bought that car because my previous car had a cracked oil pan and it was going to cost me half the cost of the car to fix it because it was a Ford Focus. And then I bought a tiny little second-hand MX-5 NC because I was having a bit of a midlife crisis and now my back is in constant pain after about a year and a half of driving it. And I'm like, I wonder why this is happening. And then I'm like, wait, hold on. I think it is my car. I think I am too big for my car. And now I'm like, fuck. Oh, guys, I'm a basic white bitch now. I got one of them Stanley Cup things. Well, I say I got one. I got one for free. Because I ordered some shoes. And then I sent the shoes back, but they came with a free gift, which was this. And so I technically got a free Stanley Cup thing. It's nice. It's great. I tell people that a cult gave me a Stanley Cup because technically these guys are a cult. But they make shoes. And I only found out they were a cult after I bought the shoes. And then I've returned them. So technically I have laundered money from a cult, which is kind of nice, actually. My one problem is the hole isn't big enough. This is a common problem in my life. The hole right here, it's not large enough to let the water out quick enough for my big gaping maw. So I kind of like have to like suck on it like a teat. For some people, this wouldn't be a problem, but I'm not big into that, so it's annoying. I just want to get hydrated. I don't want to get horny. Does cum evaporate? It's a liquid, guys. Of course it evaporates. How would you get crusty cum socks if cum didn't evaporate? It does in me. There's a difference between evaporate and absorb, alright guys? Isn't it a mixture of emulsified solids? Honestly, I've never really looked deep into the makeup of cum. Honestly, generally, when I'm dealing with cum, I just wipe it up with a tissue and then move on with my life. My own cum. I want to make it very clear, I'm not dealing with other people's cum. I'm not regularly dealing with other people's cum. Or ever dealing with other people's cum. Resignation in head. In short, friend required ahead? I don't have any friends though. And the ones I did have died. Good clarification, thank you. For some reason, lots of people think I'm gay. Maybe it's because I make lots of jokes about cum. Jelly has an investing. Stop. Can we move on from the cum? Would consuming? No, can we move on from the cum? Can we move on to new things? No wonder Jet's chat thinks I'm a fucking freak, dude. I mean, they did come in here with let's peg Jolly, but still. No, there's still so much more to talk about. Look, we could study the anatomy of cum for years. We still won't get anywhere. Be like the Protestant Reformation. 200 years of nothing but cum talk, and we still won't have a clear conclusion. Oh, sorry, Jellies. Windows 11 is that bad that it can only eat some of your ass. No, it can eat your ass until one day it just stops eating your ass, and then you're like, why has it stopped eating my ass? And you go online, and people online are like, yeah, it just randomly did that at some point. I don't know why, it just stopped. The functions just stopped working and Windows won't give us a clear answer. And then a couple of updates later, it'll start eating your ass again. And you'll be like, what changed? And nothing's really clear. Nobody's sure why. All you know is that it's an unreliable piece of shit. Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm making an analogy for Windows 11's inconsistency and bugginess in the form of eating ass. I'm dying. I know what that is. Hey guys, so either I'm developing hay fever or something weird is going on, because the last couple of days I've been outside and then I've had uncontrollable sneezing fits and my nose is a little blocked. It's possible I'm developing hay fever. It's also possible that the algae bloom that is enveloping South Australia's coastline is causing issues. It didn't cause issues last year. Maybe it's causing issues this year. I don't know. Don't die on stream. That's embarrassing. But think about the viewership, dude. Think about the viewership bump. That'd get me going viral. I've never gone viral. That would get me out there. Jelly, why didn't you tell me Australia has devil bees? What do you mean? Our bees are great. Our bees don't sting. Native Australian bees, you can just walk up to their hive and sort of grab the honey, and they're like, hey, stop that. And you're like, make me. And they're like, damn. If only we hadn't developed completely separately from the rest of our bee brethren on an island at the bottom of the world with no natural predators. Therefore, we never had to bother developing any sort of defense mechanism. They found a new species of bee that literally has horns. Yeah, but that's... So when you say devil bee, that makes it out to be an awful thing. It's just got little horns. Or I don't smoke crack. What the fuck do you like? I'm a man who's regularly falling asleep on stream is smoking crack. Yeah, right. Like it would have to be weed and Xanax. Xanax would be if you thought I was on one drug, it would probably be Xanax, right? Like, maybe not Xanax, maybe weed. Maybe you should take meth. Maybe I should take methamphetamines. It's a surefire way to figure out whether you have ADHD. 2 of my friends have talked about how, well, actually only one of them. But one of my friends who has a sordid past, she's not like that anymore, but she figured out she had ADHD by her boyfriend when she was 17 giving her methamphetamines, and everybody else like getting real high and like all this shit, and she said, I just felt normal and I couldn't understand why everybody else was acting like a dipshit. She's crazy. She lives in Europe now. I'm just impressed that you have friends. Yeah, she lives in Europe now. So it's like saying I have friends. No, it's like at school saying I have a girlfriend, but she goes to a different school. It's where everyone needs to take meth. Yes, either you'll figure out you have ADHD or develop a crippling addiction that will ruin your life. Also, I've got to say, people have started using the word the phrase "this has got to be a fetish" on like the internet, and I think we need to stop doing that because now we're turning every innocuous thing into a fetish, like pretending that everything's a fetish. And it's like, this has got to be a fetish. And it's like, no, I don't think it does. I think you're just saying that. Noticed a lot recently that everybody started calling everything AI. I'm not a gooner, I have a separate account for gooning. No. A gooner is somebody who perpetually edges themselves. So they're sitting around all day scrolling through their Twitter feed and they'll be reading like something about like, oh, the rebels have just overturned the Ugandan government, and then scroll down to the next post and it's like, ooh, it's especially cold in my room today, and like with her tits out, and it's like, oh, nice, and then scrolls down further and then it's like, I don't think that people should put pepper on chips, and then like scrolls down and then it's like, the financial economy will never recover, and then they scroll down again and it's like, here's my vagina, do you want to see my vagina? And then they scroll down again and then it's like back to something about politics. That's a gooner, because they're just constantly exposing themselves to sexual thoughts and firing off that part of the brain. When I jerk off, I masturbate. That's not how I was supposed to say that. When I jerk off, I come. I don't sit there for hours mindlessly touching myself because I've got nothing else going on in my life. I have video game videos to not make and spend hours watching again and again and again and again and again and again without actually getting anywhere in terms of overall production of the video. If you follow Cleo on Twitter, you see a lot of stuff about lots of stuff about her vagina. Remember my grandfather telling me stories about how they used to steal their dad's shotgun shells, go into a forest, put the shotgun shell between 2 rocks, and then smash the end with a hammer to make it explode. And I was like, wow, that sounds incredibly dangerous. And he was like, yeah, it was. It was incredibly dangerous. Good times. That sounds fun, yeah. And this is also the man that later on was like, I don't want you going to Melbourne. There's too much gang violence. And I was like, Grandpa, I think I'll be fine. I don't think you have to worry about that. Although that's more grandma. Alright. Yes. Things are happening. What can we talk about? What is there to talk about, guys? Is there anything to talk about? Anything at all? I've specialized into talking about the video game, but the video game's just kind of chill right now. It's a whole load of nothing. Which I kind of like. New Katamari. What? Labubu Dubai chocolate. Alright, anybody got any other ideas of things we can talk about? Half-Life 3. Okay, can anybody have any ideas that aren't hypothetical? Can we talk about things that are gonna happen? The death of civilization? The inevitable warming of our planet that eventually leads to ruin? I don't know. Something lighthearted and fun. You went to PAX, right? Sure did. I did not pay for a single dinner. That's not true. I paid for one dinner and it was a chicken katsu curry. It was very nice. $3 billion in knife skin value gone. Yeah, I talked about that. And I was like, I really loved the tweets that were along the lines of, wow, Valve, I can't believe you'd do this. Ruining your economy. I'm never going to trust you ever again. And I'm like, bro, you invested like a significant portion of your net wealth in fucking CSGO knife skins? What are you, 12? Did you meet anyone at PAX? Yeah, I saw India Mas. They were cool. Had a chat. Kissed a little. It was nice. Yeah, he was a cool dude. That's poop. I'm gonna put it in my backpack. Deserve. Go buy Bitcoin next. Bitcoin confuses me. Because I was right when I said this seems like a scam 10 years ago. It just, in the meantime, became very, very real and made a lot of money for a lot of people. And I could have made a lot of money, and I didn't make a lot of money. And now I know people who made a lot of money, and I look at them, and I think, fuck, what could have been? Tomsung phone? Tomsung phone sounds like an actual word. Am I crazy? Hello, it's me again, Jolly, your incredibly rare smart chatter. Where? Who? Don't lie. Why would you go on the internet and lie like that? You're an inspiration to succeed to me? I don't think I should be that. I don't know whether I would consider myself a success. I don't live in a streamer mansion in the Hollywood Hills. If anything, I am a niche content creator that has pigeonholed himself into oblivion. But I really like what I'm doing, and I've streamlined my entire life around the way I do things, which is not the most profitable way of doing things, but if I was to change anything, I'd probably crash out at this point. You help me succeed in life is what I mean? Oh, interesting. Well, hey, no problem, man. Jolly, I'm gonna goon to you. Yeah, go for it. See, I don't know what it is in my brain, but I understand a lot of other people get uncomfortable with that sort of shit. But, like, that doesn't make me uncomfortable. Is that weird? Where I'm like, yeah, I can't really control that, so fucking whatever, I guess. Is that weird? Like, I don't know. It would be if like you're not doing it and then being like sending me pictures of cum tributes, then I think I'd be less annoyed by it. It only bothers me when you're right next to me on public transport. Is that because of the smell? Is it because I smell? Look, I have a manly musk. Why let things you can't control upset you? I don't know. That's actually a really great question. Like, I'm not saying I encourage it, but it's also like, you're never gonna, like, make me uncomfortable by being like, oh my god, I'm gooning to you right now. But I guess that's my male privilege showing, right? where it's like, I imagine it would be different if you were like every single day you woke up and people were like, bisexual though, because I'm horny. And you're like, damn, well, I guess you'll stop being horny soon. And then the moment they've stopped being horny, somebody else jumps in, horny. Why can't everybody just let people live the way they want to live? Because that's not actually the way to have a functioning society. People have got to have pushback every now and again, because let people enjoy things has resulted in a huge amount of the adult population thinking the height of entertainment is Teen Titans, and that it's actually for adults, because I'm an adult and I like it, and that if you mention that it's actually for kids, I will freak the fuck out and try and prove to you that it's not, because I feel like that's an attack on me personally, because I prescribed so much of my life to liking Teen Titans, and therefore it is not just a part of the media I enjoy, but a core part of my personality. Jolly, what? I think what I just said was perfectly understandable. Perfectly cromulent set of sentences. Well, Raven is hot. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. You're right, you're going straight to jail. And I'll meet you there, buddy, because Shergo awoke some things in me. Shigo, not Shergo. Even though Shergo sounds better than Shigo. Do you goon to Teen Titans? I don't goon, I jerk off. Also not to Teen Titans. Yeah, I'm out. This has gotten incredibly creepy. What do you mean, Tyrann? Tyrann, you understand that I was inhabiting a straw man, right? No, you probably don't. Whatever, or you do. I wasn't saying that that's actually me. Or alternatively, you are a Teen Titans fan, and they're not real people, don't worry about it. Why don't you goon, Jolly? You just not have the time? Not gotta edit YouTube videos I'm never gonna release. I don't think it's got weird. I think I was actively saying that perhaps maybe the whole like let people enjoy things culture has led to a situation in which perhaps we let people enjoy things too much. Like perhaps sometimes being like, bro, yeah, I loved Teen Titans as a kid, but I don't wake up every day and go online and talk about how there's this impactful scene in which Beast Boy and Starfire, this is the moment I knew, no, not Beast Boy, I knew Robin and Starfire were going to be together forever, because this is the moment that they truly grow to trust each other. And did nobody catch this subtle detail in episode 3, part 4? And okay, this would work better if I was talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender right now. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I have had to block like 4 different Avatar: The Last Airbender subreddits, because every time a new one pops up and it has like 17,000 updates, where it's like, did anybody catch this part in episode 3, season 4, where Aang looks really sad for a second? Isn't that crazy? Wow, this show is so deep and incredible. And I'm like, guys, okay, it's a good show. I watched it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I feel like you need to watch something else. If you're like a 20-something-year-old person whose comfort show is fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think you need to start watching other media, man. Mindsource is playing Eugenics. You know, that just popped up on screen for me. I think that's just an issue with specific fandoms. I mean, it can even happen for adult TV shows. How many times can a millennial woman watch fucking The Office, dude? How many times can you watch The Office? Like, I know this is gonna sound rich coming from me, the man who does nothing but play, like, boomer shooters, but I'm not playing boomer shooters. I'm not playing the same game repeatedly. I'm playing different versions of the same game. I'm playing maps, I'm playing expansions. I basically have the equivalent of those, like, AI generated, what if there was a new episode for the Office that was different, but instead of it being AI generated, it's made by a human with thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Jelly, you're talking about gatekeeping. That's not really the same thing. No, I'm not talking about gatekeeping. Not gatekeeping. Oh geez, Joel, I like cartoons older than you. No. There's nothing wrong with... I was squished. There's nothing wrong with liking cartoons. That's the thing. There's nothing wrong with liking that stuff. There's just a certain type of person that won't like media. They will like media. They will prescribe a huge percentage of their self-worth to Avatar: The Last Airbender and spend all day watching it and rewatching it. And man, it's time for my monthly rewatch of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And it's like, guys, you gotta... Please just watch other things. Please do other things. Please, like, enrich your life by experiencing other things. And you know what? I'm fine with you rewatching it all the time if you're like, yeah, it is a silly childhood show that I like a lot. Not trying to be like, actually, it's some of the most important media of the 21st century. What if it was Lord of the Rings? Still, even then, you really do need to have more going on, man. But, at least with Lord of the Rings, wow, how did I not get hurt there? Or did I get hurt? I don't know what happened there. At least with Lord of the Rings, like, there's a lot of, like, extra stuff. Like, reading the books and stuff is a experience. I mean, you are making Momo sad? Who's Momo? What? Saying people are making things their entire personality, but you were describing gatekeeping before with the romance and stuff. What do you mean? I was never describing gatekeeping, at least I didn't think so. I mean, I know somebody with a Discord server obsessing over one character. Yeah, that's, I think that's a little unhealthy. You can take anything too far. Yep. I just, yeah. It just, I don't know. I guess I have no leg to stand on when I'm like Half-Life guy. But I guess I don't consider myself the Half-Life guy. I'm not walking around with Half-Life fucking shirts on talking about how much I love Half-Life and about how, oh my god, did you see this part in episode 2 where Breen looks over to the left? That's crazy, bro. That's quite obviously a hint to yada yada. Gatekeeping is keeping people away from media. Not about obsessing over the media. Gatekeeping is like whenever anybody's like, I'm looking to get into like some gacha game, and then people are immediately like, oh fuck, the normies are here. Get them away from my waifus. I don't know why I immediately went with like a Australian accent there, but happened with I know somebody this happened. Northern Lion with the Mitsumuname shit. Where they were like freaking the fuck out. Well, it's not even Mitsumuname, it was that other, was related to him. I can't remember how it was related to him. It was like that other game. Oh, he mentioned that game that was like a roguelike, the Slay the Sprite like, and it had like little anime girls in it, and he was like, actually, I don't think I want to play this because it's filled with tiny little anime girls who are scantily clad. And then there were all the quote retweets being like, haha, another one filtered, thank god the normies aren't gonna get into this now. It's like, okay, bro. Wait, what the fuck? Where am I? This is not my last autosave, is it? That's not gatekeeping capitalism. I'm sorry, it's not. Also, somebody disliking something. Okay, we've gotten deep into a topic of conversation I'm not particularly... I don't think I'm in the right position to be doing this, and I'm gonna upset people by saying all of this, and I probably already have upset people. I think a lot of people are unable to accept criticism of media they enjoy nowadays. They see it as a personal attack on them. Like, if you're like, hey, I didn't particularly care for X, Y, or Z, they look at you like you're fucking crazy and then tell you to go die. I see it happen all the fucking time. Movies, TV shows, video games. Like, you can't criticize something without being pulled into some sort of weird culture war. Stream isn't funny right now. Yeah, sorry. What does that mean? Different strokes are different strokes. Different strokes are different strokes. Stroke, stroke. Stroke, stroke. I'm having a stroke. There. Different strokes for different folks. Isn't that basically just saying you jack off people in different ways? Oh, another skidoo tree fragment. Fuck yeah. Skibidi frag. Isn't that just saying, ah, well, you can't jerk off every fella the same way? Which isn't true either, because you can. Ladies, tip. This is the penis. You grab the penis, you jerk it backwards and forwards. Apply more grip strength than you'd think. They can take it. They're resilient little guys. Like... I don't think you're gonna run into a penis that doesn't respond well to that. Somebody's not gonna pull down their pants and they've got like a little like squiggly guy that you have to like sort of rub in like multiple different ways. Like, nah, man. So not a ketchup bottle smack. That also might work. Look, honestly, if you've got a dude's pants off, you can basically do whatever the fuck you want. And he's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna argue, she's touching my penis. I was so wrong about the grip strength thing. Martian, you are a woman. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm so right about the grip strength thing. You sure know an awful lot about penises for a straight man. Turns out I am a straight man. Turns out I am a man. What I meant to say there was, turns out having one means you know a lot about it. Turns out guys, after sucking hundreds of dicks, I've come to the conclusion I don't really like it. It's not really for me. Turns out I am straight. Thought maybe I just hadn't sucked enough of them. You know yours, you don't know others. I think I know them enough. One beer and Jolly's like this. You know it's not the beer. On 40 degree days, you get freaky with it. This is how it is. Some people really like Gorilla Grip, some other people not so much. I think it depends on how much self-restraint you had as a child. I did not have much self-restraint. I'm learning way too much about how to jerk me off here. Oh, you can backstab these guys. That's neat. Absolutely wrecked. So do you like Gorilla Grip, or what, you taking notes? This is the sort of stimulating conversation you just don't get on other streams. It's why I'm a cut above. Nobody else is going to talk about their jerking off habits in a fun, entertaining way. Ah, now. Nan, I can't answer your call right now. Hold on, I have to answer my nan's call. Hold on 1 sec. My nan is an absolute sweetheart, but she also panics about absolutely everything. I I can't overstate how much my nan panics about fucking everything. It's crazy. My parents are currently driving to Melbourne. She calls me and goes like, "Have you heard anything from them? Has you sure nothing's happened? Are they okay? I'm not sure their car's safe." I'm like, "Their car's perfectly safe. Did they check the oil before they left?" "They checked the oil, Nan. They're just fine." "Did they check the tires? Were the tires safe to drive that distance?" "Nan, they're driving 8 hours to Melbourne. It'll be just fine. If they popped a tire," and I shouldn't have said if they popped a tire. She went, "Well, I hope everything's alright." I'm like, "Everything's fine, Nan. You're a sweetheart, but my God, are you a hypochondriac?" Honestly, calming down your paranoid nan would make for a pretty good stream. She would balk at some of the things you guys say. She's a sweetheart, but she is a little paranoid. She's a hypochondriac. She always has been. Somebody was very, very adamant that I have started streaming while either very high or sleep deprived lately, and the answer to that, they were like very, very adamant about it, and they mentioned it on multiple videos, being like, "Wow, no, you can see he's completely changed, yada yada." And I'm like, "No, actually, I think I've gotten more sleep in the past couple of years than I ever have before. I think the difference is that I turned up the gain on my microphone, so now I whisper a lot more, and I don't get as high energy because when I get high energy, I cringe at myself. So now I've just turned up the gain on my microphone, so I don't yell as much." It's great. "No, Jelly, you're just a fucking idiot." There's that tweet that goes around every now and again, which is, "I hope one day I pass out while walking down the street and I'm rushed to a hospital and the doctor tells me that I'm dangerously deficient in a certain vitamin, and you must have been deficient in this in years, and how have you been functioning as a normal human being all these years without the vitamin?" And all my family and friends will walk in and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe all these years you've been deficient in vitamin." And then I'm fixed. And suddenly I am unstoppable. And I'm like, I feel like that might be true for me. I don't know. I think I might be deficient in vitamin Ritalin or something. Ow. It's okay. It's just my elbow. Thank you very much, Fruity and Weapon, for the tier 1 for 12 months. I'm really bad at recalling funny tweets. I feel like this is what separates the average Twitch streamers from the greats. Great Twitch streamers can like recite tweets off the top of their head that they saw yesterday that are funny, and everybody in chat can clap and be like, "Wow, my stream is so smart and original." Meanwhile, I can kind of remember what it said, but only sort of vaguely, so I make up my own tweet, which is usually inferior to the tweet I'm quoting. Get B12. The doctor was so happy when I had weirdly high B12 from supplements. I did used to take B12, but then it turns out it's extremely bad for you if it's got like B7 in it, and all of them have B7 in it. So I may have been inadvertently poisoning myself for a couple of years, which would make sense because every time I took my vitamin B supplements, it would just make my hands shake a little and my pee smell like chicken salt. How I'm not dead is
Try not to dwell on
really a miracle of nature, or proof that you can defy the odds. I should have died from like walking out onto the street or something and getting hit by a car, because like, man, the amount of my life that is just, I'm not even really here, I'm just off in my own little world, is substantial. My hair is really coiffed today. How did I do this? And then I get back up. Good old Scatman. Why don't we ever talk about the fact that Scatman pioneered Skibidi like 30 years before it became what it is today? We owe Scatman Johnson a lot. What happened to Skibidi? Something bad happened to Skibidi recently, didn't it? Hey, this is great. Yeah, apparently Skibidi Man was scammed out of his channel. But I don't know how much I feel sympathy for him, considering the fact that man has continued to basically just use Half-Life models for his content while also copywriting it and, like, trying to make it his own thing without, you know, going out of his way to redesign all of the models and make them their own thing. He's like, nah, it's still just basically fucking G-Man. Like, come on, dude. Could at least add some spikes to the back of the Skibidi toilet. Pretend it's something completely different. You already made a ton on it, got greedy and lost it all. Tale as old as time. He also abused the fuck out of the system. Yep. Weirdly enough, I can't be too mad. I can be mad, because I didn't really do that. But I feel like I should have done that at some point. Like, there were points where I could have sold out when I was younger. And now, as somebody who's kind of like, you know, having to fight his way through a YouTube algorithm that means that he doesn't get, well, the change to the ad block views, which fucks over his channel, and, you know, just in general, just sort of being a bit stagnant. I'm like, man, I really should have, because money is important, and I'm never going to be able to afford a home. Honestly, the fuck boom. Should have been a speedrunner and turned on media share for 5 USD. Okay. Second part of that sentence. No. First part of that sentence. Definitely not. But I appreciate you spitballing ideas. Sometimes I think maybe perhaps in a different life I could have been more of a sellout streamer, but I think just, you know, doing what the people wanted, not spending a year making a video that was a passion project, stuff like that. Taking some sponsor deals, putting a sponsor deal in that 2-hour-long epic that was Half-Life Hazardous course. That would have been a smart move, and it could have made it a little SFM bit, which would have been really good. And been like, this is brought to you by the Black Mesa's sponsor, NordVPN. And then I would have just asked for, like, payment in perpetuity. How do I get up there, guys? I want to get up there. How do I get up there? Dang it. Bobby. I never even watched much King of the Hill. I'm getting a headache. I need some Panadol. All I know is that he's a big fan of propane and propane accessories. All I know is that Joe Redcorn is fucking Dale's wife. And actually I know a fair bit about it. I don't know, the show makes me too sad when I see what's his name? I can't remember his name. Hey Hank, like the balding guy who's not very clever. I was so sad when I see him. Whoop. Bill, that's the one. I mean, there's like a couple of times where he's like getting close to happiness. Like, the couple of episodes I've seen one where he's getting like close to happiness and then he like gets it all torn away from him. And I'm like, that's not fair, guys. That's not fair. He's finally living a happy life and you tear that all away from him. Remember that whole episode where he went on a tirade of trying to kill himself? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Life isn't fair. Yeah, true. But I like to think there is at least a little bit of cosmic justice out there. I feel like people who strive for more and more power and money and wealth all the time are genuinely living more unhappy lives than those who, you know, take time to be happy with family and friends. Of course, there are also, you know, the people that are like trying just desperately to get by, and those people just have it rough. I always feel sorry about that. There's not much you can really do about it, and that there are people always more deserving. Happy birthday, Jolly. Here's to many more years of you somehow not getting bad. Yeah. Did I say bad? I meant ban. Nobody bans me because I'm not relevant. Nobody gives a shit. No, I'm not relevant, and I don't have a lot of people that hate me. At least not people that watch my streams and hate me. I somehow haven't developed a little enclave of hate watchers. I think there are people that hate me, but generally they don't stick around because they're like, why can't he put the square peg in the square hole? Holy fuck, he's stupid. I can't watch any more of this. Rather than like, I secretly just cannot stop watching this person and I want them to die. I want them to die so bad. What about Bavin? Bavin doesn't hate watch me. Bavin is my friend by choice.
Here and die.
Happy birthday. Thank you very much for the tier 1 for 39 months. If you want money, you should do more Minecraft. Is it bad to say that Minecraft stream was too much? Is it bad to say I almost feel like I felt almost bad by the end of that Minecraft stream where I was like, this is we're all okay with this, right? Like, I think I'll do more, but I'd do even more if crowd control didn't take 20% of all the bits that you give. Twitch is taking 50%, crowd control's taking another 20. Hope they're able to afford it. I'm sure they were. The economy's going strong. Line keeps going up and it will never go down. It will never go down. Anyways, RAM now costs $700.
Oh my God.
And
happy birthday, Jolly. At work can't actually watch, but here's to you. Hope you got a big R cake.
Thank you, Zizal. I have got no cake except for my own, and I'm not going to eat my own cake. Well, at least not publicly. Well, at least not without putting it behind a paywall. Supposed to be like Grr from Invader Zim, but I was 6 when I made my name. You were 6 years old when you made your account name. And at no point did you think of updating your name. Man, I went through like 15 different names as a young guy. For a while there, I had the word Templar on BattleNet. And I don't know how I got the word Templar on BattleNet, but I did. And I was Templar. And it was kind of fucking sick. And everybody'd be like, yo, that's a sick name. And I'd be like, yeah. And then I couldn't spell anything because I was dyslexic and at 11. It's called having an identity crisis, 15 names. Or being like a super sick super agent. Why is James Bond just walking around calling himself James Bond? That seems stupid. Or a Dark Templar from StarCraft. Well, I was on BattleNet, so it did make sense that, you know, people would be like making that connection. And then I couldn't spell any words and was a dipshit and was like 11. James Bond can do whatever James Bond wants. Okay, but if James Bond walks up to me and is like, hi, I'm James Bond, and I'm like a super villain, I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm just gonna shoot him and deal with the fallout later. Alright. Now you cannot spell words and are 30. Yeah, I can spell kind of better though. Sorta. Like 11-year-old me did not know the difference between your and your, or there and there. Now I know the difference. What if he's got a dead man switch? Definitely be a dead man switch after I've dealt with him, because he'll be dead, man. He'll have a switch.
Yeah, I think I'll stay here and
Doesn't it make
die.
sense for James Bond to be the code name? You'd think, but then in Skyfall they like made it his actual name because his father's also named Bond for some reason. I thought it would be really cool if I think it's Skyfall. Is it Skyfall? The one where he hangs out with Judi Dench in Scotland? Is it that one? Yeah. I thought it would be cool if the gravestone had James Bond on it. I thought that would be really cool if the gravestone said James Bond, but that would have confused audiences. If, like, the original James Bond didn't have a code name, and then everybody else that was a 007 after that was given the code name James Bond. Or at least, like, the last, like, I don't know. It would make sense that it's a code name, right? Jolly would confront his English teacher like they're there. Comfort his English teacher? I thought you said confront. Why would I be comforting my English teacher? What, did they have a bad year? Did they have an awful breakup? Once, the, like, bad kid in my class got onto the teacher's computer and found out she was on Match.com and everybody made fun of her. And I don't think she ever found out, but it was kind of fucked up. Even young, like, 11-year-old me was like, that's kind of fucked up. Also kind of fucked up that she was searching for eligible bachelors while she was supposed to be teaching a class. But Jelly, what was the story you wanted to tell us? I've been feeling like really out of it these past couple of days, like serious brain fog, and I wasn't sure why. And I was like, oh no, is this some sort of new ailment that I'm not aware of? Like, it's not even my eyes, it's just, my brain, I just constantly feel sluggish and everything. And then I put 2 and 2 together and realized I've eaten about a slice of cake a day for the past 4 days. Probably 2 slices of cake a day over the last 4 days. On top of just my regular sugar intake. And that's probably been doing a number on my blood sugar levels. Dude, why? It was my birthday. I had birthday cake. I'm not gonna not eat the birthday cake. You put something nearby that I can eat and is sweet and tasty, I'm going to eat it. Dude, what the fuck? It's birthday cake. You look horrible. I know I do. I'm sorry. Oh my god. You're not American. You can't do that. This is just how bitches live in America, huh? Walking around with their big gulp of Coke, not even Diet Coke, just sipping on it the whole time. At least he drinks Coke Zero. Not just Coke Zero with no caffeine as well. What am I drinking? Fucked if I know. There's no sugar, there's no caffeine, it's just pure chemical goodness. Hello, Jelly. Hi, I'm very late. I'm sorry I'm so late. Last night it was very, very warm and it got extremely humid, and then I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning covered in sweat with my right leg dead. So I stood up and immediately, because I was just like coated in sweat, and you know when you're coated in sweat and you're like, the first thing your body tells you is to get the fuck out of bed so you're no longer sticky underneath sheets. Stood up, immediately ate shit, immediately fell to the left. Lucky I didn't hit my head. I'm not bruised somehow, but I immediately fell over. So then suddenly my heart rate spikes, and then I had to get up, and I couldn't get up because my right leg was dead. And then I'm like, and then eventually I get up and stumble to the bathroom. I'm still not sure entirely what's going on. I crawl into the shower. I turn on the shower because I was so fucking hot. Coat myself in water. get out of the shower. My leg's still not right. I think I'd been sleeping on it the whole night. Stumbled back into my bedroom. My entire bed sheets were just soaked. So I went and grabbed the desk, the standing fan I have that it's usually out here, but I put it in my room. And then sorry, webcam should be on for all this. Hey, and then I turned that on, and then I went upstairs and got more sheets, and then put the sheets down here, and then went and got some water, and then had to go back to sleep. And yeah. So I ended up sleeping till about 11 o'clock this morning because of that, and I think also the fact I just didn't get a great sleep. Orthostatic hypertension, Jolly. Of course. How did I not know that was a thing? It's so obvious. Why do my eyebrows seem so high today? Am I fucking crazy? Why do my eyebrows seem so high? They seem higher than usual. I don't know what's going on. Also, my hair seems shorter? I didn't get a haircut. What's going on, man? I don't understand. I had my flashlight on because I was on the toilet, but it was so dark outside that I couldn't see when you wipe, do you look at the toilet paper before you put it in the toilet to know if you need to keep wiping? Because I do, but I couldn't because it was so dark, so I turned on my phone flashlight and looked at it with my phone flashlight to make sure I had a clean butthole. Kitty! Don't jolly me. These are sort of questions nobody else has the balls to ask. And that's why we learn things about ourselves and the world around us that other people don't know. It gives us a distinct edge over others. Otto's Germa's dog. Yeah, Germa's dog died. That'd be a great emote. This would be a great emote. Somebody should do that. I also learnt that White Among Us gay sex is a really popular emote, and you guys are fucking dipshits. I learnt White Among Us gay sex isn't like some niche internet thing that only I knew about. Turns out it's quite popular. I'm crying. Why am I crying? Turns out it's quite popular, and there's videos of other people reacting to it because I rated eggs and then posted it about it in eggs chat, and she was like, I had to remove White Among Us gay sex because people were abusing it during a sponsored stream, and I was like, other people know about White Among Us gay sex, and then I googled it, and then it turns out that there are people who like have clips reacting to White Among Us gay sex, and I'm like, I thought I was the only White Among Us gay sex enjoyer, but I'm not. That sucks, man. We need to make our own White Among Us gay sex. Let's make White Among Us straight sex, which is the exact same emote, except the blue is flipped with the red inexplicably. Boxing Mammoth, thank you very much for the tier 1 for 10 months. What's wrong with the PlayStation 3 controller? 1 second. This is what's wrong with the PlayStation 3 controller. Oh wow, you're fighting a boss and you want to hold this trigger down. Oh, I hope you don't have slightly sweaty hands. I hope you don't want to hold it for very long. Oh, it would really suck if your finger just fell off the back of it. Oh, and then you had to grab it again, but it's constantly slipping off and it feels like shit and it just doesn't work very well and it's so horribly mashy and squishy. It's awful, dude. Fucking awful. Absolutely terrible. The worst triggers on any consumer piece of hardware, I think, for the past, 20 years. Okay, but what's the actual problem with it? The fact it got me killed multiple times while playing games like Dark Souls? I don't know whether I can tell you guys this without technically... No, I can't tell you guys this. I was driving along last night, And I was driving back to where I live from Adelaide, and randomly as I'm driving along, I take like an offshoot to go get a Subway because I was very late and I needed food, and I was like, fuck it, I want a Subway, I want sugar bread. And I took a turn off past a hospital, and I don't know exactly what was going on, but as I was driving along, I just saw a random dude with a shaved head in a hospital gown just wheeling himself along the side of the road, like at least a block and a half away from the hospital, in a really random spot. And I saw it, and I was immediately like, I should probably call somebody about this. It was very weird. As I did that, however, I heard a ambulance siren go off, and I was like, it was not like a good place to stop. It was like an actual like highway. And so I just kind of kept going and then pulled into the Subway, and then I was like, I have to go back the way I came. If he's still on that road, I will call the police. And as I was getting Subway, heard the there was more sirens, and then as I was driving back the way I came, there was like an ambulance on the side of the road. So I think they got him, but I think somebody was trying to make a break from the hospital, and it was kind of weird and kind of crazy and kind of looked like something out of like an apocalyptic film or something. Just a dude with a shaved head like wheeling himself down the road in a hospital gown. Genuine question, how do you focus on editing? I just can't focus at all. It's really easy when you find yourself fucking hilarious. Wow, this guy's really engaging. Dude, he's so funny. He's so funny and witty. Fuck, dude, this is hilarious. This is great content right here. Man, I wish I was this funny. I'm sorry. That... You want the real answer. It's a skill that you develop over time.
Greetings, brother.
You get more accustomed to yourself. You actually, I think, you improve yourself as a streamer via watching yourself back all the time, because you get rid of your annoying little eccentricities. Eccentricities. And you sort of, you almost mold yourself into the person you think you are in your head. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it. The way I just said it made it seem a little weird, but I genuinely have changed who I am as a person through hours of watching myself back on stream. And the more you do that, the more you begin to enjoy watching yourself. I don't know whether this is your problem, but my problem used to be that I hated the sound of my own voice, and I'd hate the jokes that I made, and I would hate the way that sometimes I would have like a slam dunk sitting right there in front of me and I wouldn't be able to make the joke, and I'd be so mad at myself. I'd cringe at myself and all this different stuff. Now, whether I've actually gotten more funny or I've just gotten numb to the pain of seeing myself play a video game, I don't know, but you get used to it. And it's also, if you're getting bored watching yourself, that might be a sign that you need to be more engaging. If you're not engaging to yourself, how do you expect yourself to be engaging to other people? Now, if you're watching somebody else, if you're hired to like edit other people's content, then maybe you just need to find somebody else to edit for. But Jelly makes me laugh and slap my fat belly. That's so hot. I mean, good to hear. Thanks. Nice. Jelly woke up and said a duck's fine too. I'm not fucking a duck. Get bored very easily. ADHD is a bitch. Yeah, well, I have ADHD according to the internet, and I can edit my content. You just need to make sure your massive ego overrides your ADHD. I've got to make content. There are millions of people waiting to see my content. And you might be thinking, Jolly, you only get like a couple 100,000 views a video. Yes, but there are millions out there that just haven't seen my videos yet. And if they were exposed to them, they would also love them. Oh. Jolly playing video games? What streamer do you think this is? I don't play video games. I just react to political content. Hey guys, CNN reaction stream. Let's learn about the economic situation in Namibia. Oh shit, did you hear what's going on in Zanzibar land? It's crazy, bro. Okay, that was just stupid. This was just stupid, and we're reloading. Oh fuck, we didn't do any of this? Okay, and then these other guys spawn in. There we go. Okay, that's interesting. So you don't even have a hitbox, really. The Gambia? No, I said Nambia. The country. Motherfuckers don't know about Nambia? Can't say that country's name. Sorry, Robodog. That country's name's not allowed, which is kind of understandable at the same time. Nambia? No, Nambia. Is Nambia not a country? Am I thinking of Nibia? Nambia. Nambia. Fuck you. Country in Southern Africa. Nambia. Oh, I'm pronouncing this really wrong, aren't I?
Namibia.
It's Namibia. Fuck. Whatever. It looks like it's Nam-I-B-I-A. It looks like it's pronounced Nambia, alright? Shut up. Shut up, dude. I was just pronouncing it the way it looks. Sorry for being dyslexic. No, Nambia is pronounced Nibia. Nibia? Tibia. Nibia or tibia. Elbonia. No. Elbonia is a real place. Whoa! Hey, buddy. Okay, I'm playing this incredibly poorly, dude. It really has an I after the M. No, it doesn't. Hold on. Bia. Nambia. Nambia. Nam-I-B-I-A. Nambia. Nam-B-A. Namibia. Whatever. The I is small, alright? An I is small, and it's sort of jammed in there next to the M and the B, alright? So it's sort of like, it just blends in, okay? Yes, no, I know, but I'm trying to tell you all why I said it the way I said it. Right? Leave me alone. I said it the way I said it because that's the way phonetically you pronounce it, as long as you miss the I in the middle of the word. Like I did. Ow. Only one more to go. Gotcha. Jolly, this is the reason I can't defend you. Defend me in what way? No, this is the reason you can defend me. Why did Jolly say some stupid shit? I don't know, because he's stupid. Oh wow, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Versus, because he's an awful human being. I'm not awful, I'm just stupid. There's a difference. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.